Hello and welcome to PA Harness Week. I'm Sharla McBride. Well, Super Bowl Sunday is still 6 months away, but for those of you craving that Super Bowl-like atmosphere, we've got just the ticket for you in this next half hour. It was the biggest Saturday in harness racing. We've got all the highlights you can handle. Check them out. What a day at the Big M. We've got the $1.5 million Hambletonian as history was made, and a friend of PA Harness Week gets the big prize. Plus a big upset in the Hambletonian Oaks. You've got to see this to believe it. Locally, we have coverage of the PA Sire Stakes from both Pocono and Philadelphia. Racing's fastest paced half hour is starting right now on Comcast Sportsnet.
Oh my God! Explosive matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here is Brent Messenger into the early. 5 and 4 the halftime. Just over 3 to go. At the top of the stretch.
Hi, and welcome to PA Harness Week. And boy, big doings are going on this week. You know why, Heather Moffat?
Why? Because we are covering a lot of great races and we're on a new network.
We got a new affiliate, a Fox station up in the Poconos, WQMY. And I know what you're saying to yourself out there. Oh my goodness, when is it on, Steve? When is it on? Well, I can tell you, it's on 5 o'clock today, on Saturday. So we are literally, we're networking out here big time, right? We're going regional, national, international, global, yada, yada, yada. Would you agree?
I would agree, because we're on YouTube as well. So we go all over the world, technically.
What she said. Okay, big doings going on, of course. What happened? You know what happened. The Meadowlands, their big day, they gave away almost $5 million in purses. One great race after another. And the day got started, by the way, on an interesting note. Ron Pierce from the 9 hole went right to the front with a horse called Delicious, and he won wire to wire and paid a 31.80 mutual. The second place horse was 40 to 1, and the third place horse was 80 to 1. Probably set the tone of what was to take place later in the day. But let's get to a race that happened 11 races later. It was the feature, the Hambletonian, $1.5 million in the line. And with all the action, here's Adam.
Thanks for reminding me about that first race, because I so was going to bet Ron Pierce, and I stopped myself at the window. But thanks for the reminder. It's cool. I didn't need the money anyway. All right, yes, the Hambletonian. That is the centerpiece of the day. $1.5 million on the line. The most famous trot in the world for 3-year-old colts. So number 1 is Uncle Peter. He's the 8-5 favorite. He won handily in his elimination. Ron Pierce is in the bike for Jimmy Takter. Speaking of Jimmy Takter, you're going to want to check out number 7. That's Guccio. Not only does Jimmy train this horse, but he's also in the driver's seat for Guccio. But there's number 2, Market Share. It was the fastest elimination winner, and he's getting a little respect at 4 to 1.
And Rothman trotting Jim Tan Laundry trying to leave on the outside with Storm Normand flashing speed. Archangel out fast. The favorite, Uncle Peter from the rails, steps out into the first turn from post 10. Jim Tan Laundry. And Jim Tan Laundry takes the lead and out-swooped Uncle Peter into the first turn. Archangel's on the move up with Jim Morrill Jr. Aggressive early. Market Share 4th on the inside. Knows Nothing is 5th. Storm Normand is parked out 6th past the quarter. Then it's My MVP, followed by Prestidigitator. Sluggish early is Guccio, and then Money on My Mind. 27 and 2 in the backstretch. Archangel, the Yonkers Trot World Champion, takes the lead. Here comes the favorite, Uncle Peter. Uncle Peter's on the move up there, the elimination winner. Sweeps up and grabs the lead. Jim Tan Laundry, last year's winner, George Brennan, in the 3rd position, nearing the half mile. Market Share is 4th. To the outside goes Know Nothing 5th. Knows Nothing is tipping to the outside and trying to flush Market Share here. My MVP shoots the gap and advances several stages. Then it's Storm Normand to the outside, and Prestidigitator with Money on My Mind and Guccio. They have 54 and 3/5, 27 and 1. Uncle Peter's the one to reel in near. It's Uncle Peter with Market Share on the outside coming up to challenge. Archangel gaps that pocket with Knows Nothing. 4th on the outside, gapping cover, still within striking range. Jim Tan Laundry 5th on the inside. My MVP is 6th. Guccio has to come 3 wide. Around a failing Storm and Normand as they turn for home. It's Uncle Peter. Here comes Market Share. 122 and 3 in the stretch of the Hambletonian. And Market Share powers to the top with Tim Tetrick. Market Share. Uncle Peter can't trot with him. Guccio up on the far outside. My MVP is closing hard. It's Market Share who needs the line. Guccio
front first out of post 10. But then here comes Archangel. He puts GTL, makes him take a seat. Then before you know it, here comes Uncle Peter. And then he gets on top. Market share.
Yes.
Coming first up against Uncle Peter. Market share ends up getting the lead. And even though, like, Guccio, my MVP, they were trotting home very, very fast, still market share, he ends up holding on to the win in 152-1. This was the very first Hambletonian win for Tim Tetrick, and I got to catch up with him about this absolutely exciting race.
With the Olympics going on right now, Timmy, in harness racing, this is like winning an Olympic gold medal. This is a dream come true.
No, absolutely. It's something I've been dreaming of since I was a little kid, and as soon as I wanted to be in the business and be around horses, everybody wanted to be competing in the Hambletonian, and I've been one of the lucky few that got to win it.
When you made that move, I knew you were in it to win it. Now, that decision to come first up, is that something you planned like a strategy, or was that a last split-second decision?
I didn't really have a strategy or a big plan in the race. I was just trying to see what everybody else was doing and kind of going off that. You know, it was just kind of a feel, and at the time I was following, two favorites in the front, and then I'm following a long shot, so it kind of pushed my hand, and thank God the plan worked.
Linda Toscano is the first woman to win the Hambletonian in the 87-year history of this incredible classic trot. Yes,
You seem genuinely excited about that.
I am genuinely excited about that. Oh, what an amazing woman. And we have another amazing woman from Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs who got to interview Linda Toscano, and that's Kelly Connors.
Linda, first woman to make history winning the Hambletonian in its 87th year. Talk to us about your reaction to seeing market share come down the stretch.
It's a dream come true. You can't even imagine the thrill. It's pinched me. You watch it, you say to yourself, no, this can't be happening, and then you realize it did.
What did you do? Anything differently this week to prepare the horse for the final?
No, absolutely not. He had a great week going into the elimination, and I just basically duplicated it this week, and he had a good week coming into the final, too.
To win this race with Tim Tetrick, first time Hambletonian for the both of you, how is that extra meaningful?
Timmy's the best. Timmy's a good friend. He's a phenomenal driver, and I was tickled pink that he went with my horse, that he drives all my horses. As far as I'm concerned, he's the best, and it made it extra special that he was the one driving the horse.
Thank you, Kelly and Linda. Of course, a big day for her. A lot of folks thought last year with Chapter 7, she would have had the chance to be the first woman to win the Hambo. What are the odds she comes back the very next year and does win the Hambletonian? You know what they say? It's good to be good, but it's better to be good and lucky.
They do say that. Who is they?
I think I said that.
Okay.
I knew it sounded familiar. I wasn't quite sure. Stay with us. When we come back, we are going to take a look at arguably one of the craziest, weirdest, off-the-wall, oddball races ever contested anywhere. Don't go away.
3 to 5 favorite. Check me out. Looking for 7 straight here.
NF quotable.
Why do so many winners travel in EB trailers? They love the ride. EB Pacesetter trailers deliver your horses in peak condition, ready to race every time. Designed to provide safe and comfortable transport for standard-bred racehorses, EB's Pacesetter Series trailers are the preferred choice of professional standard-bred trainers and breeders nationwide. All EB Pacesetter models feature custom standard-bred options and excellent airflow and aligned interior sealing to keep your horses fresh and comfortable. Every EB trailer has commercial quality componentry and riveted sidewall construction engineered and designed to stand up to constant and rigorous horse and road use. And a sleek aerodynamic nose design that also delivers improved fuel savings. More winners ride with EB than any other trailer. EB, setting the pace in standard-bred horse transportation.
Welcome, good old Sunday. Welcome, son, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun. Welcome to your place in the sun.
Hi there, harness racing fans, and welcome back to PA Harness Week, along with the lovely Heather Moffat. I'm Steve Ross, and we are talking about big doings going on next Sunday right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia, and that, of course, is the Triple S stuff going on. That's right, Super Stakes Sunday. Stakes races up to wazoo. It's going to be incredible, and if you're not making plans to come out here, well, then you're just not doing your job. Sunday, the 19th of August, which is next Sunday, and not only that, great racing and terrific stuff going on, but how about you can meet and greet the drivers on the patio. They will have 8.5 by 11 autographed sheets that are suitable for framing, or if they're aggravating you, you can take your pen and poke their eyeballs out, whatever you want to do.
That's what I was saying. It might be a good dartboard or
there
something.
There you go. You never know.
But yeah, the post time for that day, by the way, is 1:30 p.m. So first you've got the meet and greet with the drivers, and then the post time's at 1:30. Battle of the Brandywine, the Colonial, the Valley Forge, a day you don't want to miss.
Be here, okay? Do that. All right, now, good stuff. The Hambletonian Oaks. This was a bizarre race. Why was it bizarre? Because it was supposed to be a two-horse race by anybody who knew anything about the game. Number 2, Check Me Out, was the 3-5 chalk. You know how great she is. And her main rival, number 3, Maven, was 7-5. Everybody else's bombs away. Watch what happens.
Into the first turn. Check Me Out from the inside. Win Missy B out sprints her and takes the lead. Check Me Out to the outside there. And we'll go up to challenge with Maven third. On the move up is Holier Than Thou. From the inside comes Personal Style. Holier Than Thou fifth now. Uncommon Night is on the gallop off stride. Then it's Real Babe who avoids her to the inside. Followed by Dream On Hanover and Sassy Syrinx and Superstar Hanover, who broke before the start. First quarter was just 28 seconds. Check Me Out took over. Check Me Out. Maven parked out here. Win Missy B assumes that second spot. Maven now retreats back into third in the backstretch as Check Me Out is in full control. Personal Style tightens in from fourth midway on the backside. Holier Than Thou fifth on the inside. Then it's Real Babe. Back to Sassy Syrinx and Superstar Hanover, and Dream On Hanover made a break, and way back is Uncommon Night. Half was 55, 27 seconds flat. 3-5 favorite. Check Me Out looking for 7 straight here. Win Missy B second. Maven third on the outside. Holier Than Thou gaps on the inside fourth. Here comes Personal Style mounting in charge on the outside, following Maven as they head to 3/4. Real Babe is pinned in fifth on the rail. Sassy Syrinx sixth on the outside. Check Me Out drifts out, goes off stride. Check Me Out made an uncharacteristic break as they turn for home. 3/4, 1:23 and 2. Sudden turn of events here. And on the inside, it's Win Missy B. And now on the outside, here comes Personal Style. Win Missy B. Sears working furiously on her. Dave Miller, Personal Style on the outside. Sassy Syrinx is third. And Check Me Out rallies for fourth to the wire. It's going to be tight. Personal Style on the outside. Personal Style.
Well, Check Me Out powered to the top just past the quarter. And the early leader, number 7, Win Missy B, was right there in the 2-hole. Well, it stayed that way till around the final turn, and Maven came first up. Check Me Out looked like she was trotting easy, no problem at all, and all of a sudden, she jumps off stride. And what happens? A little chain reaction goes on. Maven jumps. Now the 2 chalks are out of the race. And then it's anybody's race. Well, at the finish, number 4, Personal Style, off at 50-1 with Dave Miller. Got the win, winning in 153-1. Speaking of, I'd rather be lucky than good, because the other 2 horses beat her like a drum all the time, but she gets the money in the big race worth nearly $750,000, winning the gelt in 153-1. Win Missy B was dead game and only got beat in neck for second. 40-1. Sassy Syrinx with Jim Worrell Jr. was third, and number 9, Holier Than Thou, off at 90-1. Did I say 90-1? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
With Ron Pierce got fourth. The 4, 7, 10 trifecta was only $13,000. The 4, 7, 10, 9 super, $175,000 even, and you might want to leave the change with a mutual clerk.
that would be nice.
If you hit that bad boy, okay? Check Me Out is so good, she re-rallied to get third, but was DQ'd, and I'm not talking about Dairy Queen, folks. After breaking, how about this? Maven trotted the last quarter mile after breaking in 40-4. I don't think I'd ever seen that before. 40.4 seconds.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah, I haven't either. Is that nuts? Okay, we caught up with winning driver Dave Miller, who was driving Personal Style. What went through your mind when you saw Check Me Out jump?
Oh, I was like everybody else. I was very surprised. I mean, I've raced against her the last couple of years, and I mean, she don't ever do anything wrong, and it was very uncharacteristic of her to do that, and I was just as shocked as everybody else was.
So you came in on a 50-to-1 horse. It was a terrific day for you. You had 4 winners in the day, which is a nice thing to do when they're giving away $5 million at the track to have multiple winners, right?
Yeah, it was a great day. You know, I had a couple of them I figured that could do real well, and they did, and then I had a couple of them that were surprises. So, you know, it was a great day.
Timmy, what kind of emotions were you feeling when that filly went off stride?
Heartbreak, you know, distraught. I wanted to cry, hide in a hole and cry, but... you know, going in the race, me and the trainer, Race Nitker, both thought it was her race to win or lose, and, you know, God just didn't want us to win because she never makes mistakes, and 24 lifetime starts. Now this is her second mistake, and, you know, for a young filly that usually doesn't do it, it's just hard to take that defeat.
One of 4 wins on the card for Dave Miller, and also Tim Tetrick won 4 races as well. And I always say, if you're going to win multiple races, do it on a day when they're giving away $5 million in purses. That's called fortuitous timing, ladies and gentlemen. Time now to go to Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs, race 1, a Pennsylvania Sire Stakes worth $110 grand. And with that, here's Heather.
We've got 2-year-old pacing fillies here. Number 4 is Champagne Tonight. She's the favorite. She goes into this one winning 3 out of her 4 career races. Number 5 is Sunshine Patriot, going to post for the father-son team of trainer George Teague Jr. and driver Montrell Teague. And then number 2 is Sweet Lady Jane. This is her pari-mutuel debut, and she starts for conditioner Larry Roman.
Sweet Lady Jane is getting away. Scoots away by 2 now on Live Entertainment. All Perfect clogged the outer tier and kept Champagne Tonight pinned in. As they come for home now, 3 wide comes Rescue Team and Joe Pavia Jr. into the stretch drive. It is Sweet Lady Jane, and now shaking loose. Champagne Tonight found room, and Tony Hall unleashes her, and Champagne Tonight just blows right on by and draws clear.
Champagne Tonight gets a really good trip behind Sweet Lady Jane and comes from the fastest to win in a 1:51.3 by 4 lengths. Yeah, that seems awfully fast for 2-year-old pacing fillies, and it was a sloppy track, but what do I know? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Okay, Tony Hall was steering this filly to victory. Sweet Lady Jane rocking and rolling on the front. She held on for 2nd, and then Sweet Patriot was 3rd.
I believe this falls under the category of things that make you go, Okay, that's not the end of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake action for 2-year-old pacers. In the 3rd race, the 2nd of 3 divisions, number 4, Nova Scotia Hanover with Brian Sears. And number 5, Hands Off My Cookie with Dan Dubé. Both went off at 7-5. Both broke, however, and finished last and next to last. Number 1, Sweet Talia off at 20-1 with Georgie Knapp. Got the money, beating the pace setter, number 7, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. A 6-1 shot with Montrell Teague and 154 flat. I apologize for the singing. Number 2, Antigua off at 8-1 with Jim Morrow Jr. was 3rd, and now with the 3rd of 3 divisions, the lovely Heather.
Okay, the 2 fillies taking in the most money were number 6, Donnelly, who's the betting choice. She's coming off 3 straight victories. And then number 4 is Southwind Siren, who ships in from Canada. But it was number 1, Banner Beach Day, who wins on a sloppy track. I don't know if that's irony, but it was a big payoff. Donnelly did take the place spot, and then the show money went to Southwind Siren.
Where do you think you're going? Don't be going any place. We got action coming up from Harrah's Phillies, so stay right where you are. We're coming back at you.
Fashion Athena's trying to take them all the way. Frau Bluchart gives chase up the open stretch.
Mohegan Sun off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Hi there, welcome back to PA Harness Week along with Heather Moffett. I'm Steve Ross. I forgot for a second who the heck I was.
I know you did.
It was kind of like, wait, I know I have a name. Why can't I come up with it, you know? Anyway, I do know this lady's name. Her name is Sharla McBride. She is our roving correspondent. And she caught up with a lady who was part of a harness racing dynasty that goes back, way back. Her name, Arlene Cameron.
Thanks so much, guys. Well, you've been doing this for many years. What got you started in doing this?
My family has always had horses. I've always been around horses since the day I was born, and I just love it. It gets in your blood.
Now, when we think of the dangers of harness racing, we often think of the drivers and maybe the injuries that they can suffer from, but you're here with a crutch and a cast. What kind of things have you faced in terms of injuries with being around these horses so much?
Well, we get a lot of black toes, you know, feet stepped on, a kick every once in a while, and that's what this was, step on. I've had my shoulder broken, a couple of ribs broken, but I still love it.
Have those injuries ever deterred you from wanting to step away from the sport?
When I broke my shoulder, I was in physical therapy for almost a year, so I turned to flipping houses and doing things like that, and then ended up coming back to it. You can't get away from it.
And some days you have 3 horses, 4 horses racing in one day. What's the limit for you? When do you say, okay, enough is enough?
Well, usually, like today I have 6, and usually you only get 1 or 2, and I try to do them all myself, and apparently it's impossible today, but I don't think there's a limit. You do whatever you got to do, you know, to get your horses raced.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Sharla and Arlene. Time now to go to Harrah's, Philadelphia, because we have action in the 6th race. It was a Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 2-year-old filly trotters. Number 6, Frau Blocher, with Brian Sears was 4-5. Number 4, if you don't know who Frau Blocher is, if you know who she is, you'll laugh. If not, whatever. Okay.
Google it, okay? Just Google it.
Right. Number 4, Fashion Athena was 6-5, second betting choice with Tim Tetrick, and everyone else was bombers. Let's see what happens.
The field turns for home. Fashion Athena's trying to take them all the way. Frau Blucher gives chase up the open stretch. Is up within 3/4. Now it's a half. Fashion Athena digging in. Frau Blucher one last lunge. Photo.
Fashion Athena and Frau Blocher both left hard, with Fashion Athena grabbing the top. Frau Blocher, the 2-hole. They stayed that way 1-2, with Fashion Athena prevailing by a neck over Frau Blocher in 155 and 4. Up front, Lucky Carol off at 15-1, with Dave Miller was 2 back in 3rd.
Okay. I'm doing the next race, and I'm not winning or anything like that, okay? So, going into the next Pennsylvania Sire Stakes, $110,000 on the line. Number 3 is Coffee Cake Hanover. She's the 3-5 bettor's choice, coming off an easy 6-length win at the Meadows. And then there's number 1, UF Taddy's Donato. She went off stride in her most recent race, but hoping to redeem herself here, that just didn't happen. She bobbled again in this one, eliminates her from being a threat to Coffee Cake Hanover, who wins with Yannick Gingras in 156 and 2 for trainer Romberg. Classic Maritime was 2nd, Tattoo You was 3rd.
In the 11th on Friday here at Harrah's, Philadelphia, it was the final Pennsylvania Sire Stake for 2-year-old trotting fillies. Up $110 on the line. Number 6, True Valentine with Ron Pierce was odds on at 4-5, and she was a gift horse at that price. Winning for fun by a handful in 156 and 2. Number 5, Money and Me off at 8-5 with Andy Miller got 2nd. Number 4, Muchness and 80-1 Bomber with Yannick Gingras got 3rd. And when we come back, our lovely Kelly will be here with her picks of the week, and we'll have more action from Hambletonian Day. Don't go away.
Golden receiver trying to take them all the way.
Welcome, good old Sunday. No love when you don't come. Welcome, son, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun. Welcome to your place in the sun.
welcome back to a special PA Harness Week. I'm Steve Ross. She's Heather Moffett. You know who you are. And now we're going to have our Kelly Connors come on. Can she duplicate what she did with Bolt to Door? I don't know. We're going to find out. It's a tough act to follow, but here's Kelly's picks.
Thanks, Heather and Steve. We have some Sire Stakes action going on here tonight at the track. 3 divisions for 3-year-old pacing fillies, and I'm zoning in on the class of the field of our 10th race, Economy Terror. The addition of Lasix really seemed to help this filly out. 2-back versus Stakes Caliber out at the Meadows. There she just about wired the field in a career best time. She's in great form. Has had a few weeks off since then, and a qualifier to keep her fresh. So she'll be raring to go tonight for local connections. Keeping an eye, though, on Marty Party, another filly that's been putting up some big old numbers. So she stays in my picks 7, 5, 6, and 2. Race 10 at Pocono Downs. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Kelly. We hope your picks come in. That would be so good, okay? Time now to go in the bike. Okay, Meadowlands action on Hambletonian Day, the second race of the day, the Lady Liberty Final. Heather's got that for you. And don't blink, you'll miss the race.
Oh, totally. All right, so first of all, I got to tell you, $250,000 on the line. The usual suspects here put on a show. Andrew Bett, drop the ball. Like, when these racy ladies get together, you know something spectacular is going to happen. And this time, when they crossed the wire, number 5, put on a show, became the fastest female standardbred in harness racing history with a 1:47 3 mile, also the fastest race of the day. Andrevet was cutting out the fractions, but driver Jody Jamieson and put on a show. They found room late in the stretch, pulled off an amazing win. Rebecca Bayama was second, and Andrevet was third.
In race 7, the Merrily Annabelle Trot. Going in, all the buzz was about to Dream On, the monster 2-year-old Jimmy Tactor filly who won off at 1-5 with Dave Miller. Well, there's still buzzing as she calmly trotted by them all. Looked like she wasn't going to get up, but she did it easy, winning in 154 flat. Number 8, Royal Assets, off at 12-1 with Timmy Tetrick was second. Number 3, Rare to Go with Yannick Gingras, an 8-1 shot, got third.
Okay, we have another $250,000 race here, the Nat Ray Invitational Trot. Older sensational trotters here. Number 4, Chapter 7 was the most lately raced horse going into this event. Only his first start of the season, but he's been impressive enough that he was the bettor's choice at 4-5. Cashed a lot of tickets with a time of 1:50-1, a world record for older trotters. The time also equaled the fastest trotting mile ever on a mile track for any age. He was really, really impressive on this day. Challenged by talented horses, but held on to the front. Tim Tetrick drove, and Linda Toscano trains. Chapter 7, Mr. Hervey was second. Dayline Magician was third.
Race 13, and always an eagerly anticipated race, the United States Pacing Championship. Number 1, Golden Receiver with Andy Miller, wired a classy 12-horse field in 148 flat. Number 4, Arakash Hanover with George Brennan was second by a head. Number 5, Mears Hanover with Jim Morrill Jr. was third. Wow, that was a lot of action, eh?
It was.
All right. Don't forget, next Sunday, August 19th, big day, Super Stake Sunday here at Harrah's Chester, 12:45 in the patio. Meet and greet the drivers. It's going to be a terrific day. Make plans to attend. And for all of us here at PA Harness Week, including my partner Heather Moffett, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to get high on harness.
It's only natural.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily.
Underway. Starting fast outside here. Messenger to the air.